I'm Paul Goodwin, and welcome to the Laws of Time. If there's a cliche out there, it applies today because it is all or nothing. It's all on the line. Ask no quarter, give no quarter. All the marbles, crossing the Rubicon, no holds barred, knock down, drag out, leave it all on the field, bare knuckles brawl, street fight, give me liberty or give me death. One if by land, two if by sea. Once in a lifetime of chance. Run for the roses, make him an offer he can't refuse. Bad to the bone, leave no man behind. The big dance, the show, the payoff playoff, take no prisoners, do or die, to be or not to be. We don't need no stinking badges. And of course, take it to the limit. One more time. One more time. There are no tomorrows. This isn't Annie. Look, even if you're in the top 30 teams, not 30%, the top 30 teams, that means once out of every 30 years, on average, you should win this. Or less. Because remember, those other 29 teams are better than you. Plus, you have to go through all the other 3,000 teams. In 2014, both teams that made it to the World Series were about the top 30% ranked in their respective leagues. The number one teams went 1-6 in the playoffs. In 30 years, we will have added 900 teams and 30 more World Series winners. It really is now or never for both of these teams. There are no tomorrows. 1931 New York Yankees, number 66 ranked team all time. Invade Atlanta Fulton County Stadium back here in 1993, facing the Atlanta Braves, the number 29th best team ranked all time. New York, batters in the top 1%, pitchers top 30%, and the team top 3%. Atlanta ranked batters top 22%, pitchers top 0%. Number 9 ranked pitching staff in the history of baseball. And the team in the top 1%. New York's actual record in real life, 94-59. They took second place with a .614 winning percentage. They lost to the Philadelphia A's. And the A's would go on to lose the World Series 4-3 against the Cardinals. Atlanta, 104-58. A .642 winning percentage. They lost to the Phillies 4-2 in the NLCS. The Phillies went on to lose to Toronto 4-2 in the World Series. How'd they get here? New York from 1931. In the 10th round, they beat top 2% Atlanta from 1997, 5-2, outscoring them 38-26. And in the 11th round, they beat top 4% Cincinnati from 1940, 5-2, outscoring them 43-35. Atlanta, in round 10, they beat top 3% Cleveland from 1994, 4-2, outscoring them 28-22. In the 11th round, they beat top 19% Boston from 2003. They hung on a while there, didn't they? They beat them 4-2 also and outscored them only 22-20. So in recent rounds, New York has been more convincing versus tougher teams. The umpires today: at third base, James Quick; second base, Bruce Fremming; at first base, Terry Tata; and behind the dish, Gerald Crawford. Atlanta Fulton County Stadium holds 52,000 plus. Down the lines, 330. To the power alleys, 385. And to center field, 402. The lineups today: the usual cast of characters for the Yankees, 1931. Leading off, left fielder Ben Chapman. Second baseman Tony Lazzeri. Third, right fielder Babe Ruth. Fourth, first baseman Lou Gehrig. Fifth, center fielder Earl Combs. Sixth, shortstop Lynn Larry. Seventh, catcher Bill Dickey. Eighth, third baseman Joe Sewell. And ninth, the pitcher Lefty Gomez. For Atlanta, from 1993, the home team, leading off center fielder Otis Nixon. Batting second, left fielder Ron Gant. Batting third, shortstop Jeff Blauser. Fourth, right field David Justice. Fifth, first baseman Sid Bream. Sixth, third baseman Terry Pendleton. Seventh, the second baseman Mark Lemke. Eighth, catcher Damon Berryhill. And ninth, right-handed pitching Greg Maddux. For the newcomers, we have a statistic we call H5, which just means home runs per 590 at-bats. We also give normalized numbers. That is what the player would have done in an average year, league, and stadium. For the Yankees, their left-handed batters, we're going to subtract about 20 points off the actual batting average. And for their right-handed batters, we're going to subtract about 30. For Atlanta, their left-handed batters will subtract about 10 points, and for the right-handed batters will add about 5 points. It is 81 degrees and sticky, howling locusts in the distance. Courtesy of George Steinbrenner, the Yankees were given the option to wear the new polyester uniforms. They turned down the offer, stating the uniforms felt too oily. Both presidents are here today, Herbert Hoover and Bill Clinton. Hoover gave Clinton a pair of sunglasses, and Clinton gave Hoover a beeper. 1871 to present day. All teams invited. All teams have accepted the challenge, and we're down to 2. Over 3,000 teams, over 20,000 games played, and it all comes down to today. Greg Maddux takes the hill for the Braves, 27 years old. He was 20-10 on the year. Strikeouts and base on balls per 9 innings, 7-2. He had an ERA of 2.36, normalized 2.42. Batting against, 232-8, and normalized 227-9. He'll be facing 22-year-old right-handed batting Ben Chapman, 315-17, normalized 284-27. Let's play some baseball. Maddux delivers to Chapman, low and inside, ball 4, and the leadoff runner for the 31 Yankees is on. Chapman led the league in stolen bases that year. He's a threat to go, and the batter will be push-him-up Tony Lazzeri. Lazzeri, right-handed batter, 27 years old, 267-10, 241-17. Here's the pitch to Lazzeri. Ground ball to third. Pendleton bobbles it. He throws to second for 1. No throw to first. And Lazzeri is on a fielder's choice. Ben Chapman will be erased. That brings up the number 3 hitter, right fielder Babe Ruth. The Bambino, the Sultan of Swat, the Maharaja of Mayhem, left-handed batting. Ruth, 373-51. On-base percentage right around 500. And his normalized numbers are 351-59. His actual home runs were 46. Here's the pitch. Deep drive to right field. It is up in the atmosphere. It is up where the air is clear. 12 o'clock high and goodbye. George Herman Ruth has just left the premises for the first time in the tournament. He has silenced the locusts. He has tommied the hawks. That ball was low. Ruth went down and golfed it like Tiger Woods on a Sunday afternoon. And the New York Yankees from 1931 take a 2-0 lead so far here in the first inning. And to make matters worse, here comes Lou Gehrig. We knew it was only a matter of time. All right, word. Gehrig steps in, left-handed batting first baseman. 341 and 44. 320 and 53. Here's the pitch to Gehrig. There's a ground ball to shortstop. Blauser scoops it up and throws him out. And the batter will be Earl Combs. Combs, a left-handed batter, center fielder, 32 years old, 318 and 5, normalized 297 and 9. Here's a pitch to Combs, base hit to right field. Combs on first, 2 outs, and the batter will be the shortstop, Lynn Larry. Right-handed batter, 25 years old, 280 and 10, 253 and 17. Combs not really a threat to steal. He does have good speed on the bases, though. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third base. Pendleton has it. Over to first. And that's all for the Yankees. But they do come up with 2 runs off a tremendous shot by the Bambino. 2 hits, no errors, and they strand 1. At the end of a half an inning, the Yankees 2 and the Braves coming to bat. In the bottom of the first, taking the hill for New York will be 22-year-old Lefty Gomez. Guess what? He's a left-handed pitcher. 21 and 9, 6 over 3. His ERA was 2.67, normalized 2.48. Batters against 223 and 6, 220 and 8. He'll be facing switch-hitting Otis Nixon, batting from the right side. Nixon, 34 years old, 269 and 1, and 269 and 1. A definite threat to steal if he gets on, even though he's 34. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Shortstop Lynn Larry calling for it. He makes the catch, 1 away. And the batter will be Ron Gant, right-handed batter, left fielder, 28 years old, 274 and 35, 280 and 41. Pitch, fly ball. Center field, Earl Combs waiting for it. He makes the catch, and 2 men are down. That brings up right-handed batting shortstop Jeff Blauser, 27 years old, 305 and 15, 312 and 20. Pitch, belted to left field and caught by Chapman, a line drive, a wicked line drive. Chapman just reached up and snatched that ball out of the air. Nothing for Atlanta in the first after 1 full. Yankees 2, Braves 0. Alex takes the mound for the Braves. He'll face the bottom of the order for the Yankees. Here's the catcher, left-handed batting Bill Dickey. Dickey, 24 years old, 327 and 7, 306 and 12. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 away. Atlanta's defense again, outfield Gant, Nixon, and Justice, and the infield of Pendleton, Blauser, Lemke, and Breen. Barry Hill behind the dish. That was the first strikeout of the game for either pitcher, and the batter will be left-handed Joe Sewell, third baseman. 32 years old, 302 and 7, 282 and 12. Pitch, ground ball to shortstop, just underneath the glove of Blauser into left field, and Sewell has a base hit. Just out of reach of Blauser. Sewell on board, 1 out, and the batter will be Lefty Gomez, the pitcher, who will undoubtedly be up here to sacrifice. Here's the pitch. Gomez does indeed square the bunt. It's a good one. Catcher Barry Hill calls for it. He throws to first for the out, and Sewell goes down to second base for the completed sacrifice. 2 outs, runner on second, and that brings up the left fielder Ben Chapman, who walked in the first. Here's the pitch. Popped up to shallow left field. Gant coming in, Blauser going out. Blauser out on the grass, makes the catch, and that's all for the Yankees. They get a hit and strand one after 1.5. Yankees 2, Braves nothing. Bottom of the second, Lefty Gomez will face the 4, 5, and 6 spots for Atlanta, Justice, Bream, and Pendleton. New York's defense, outfield from left to right, Chapman, Combs, and Ruth, and an infield of Sewell, Larry, Lazzeri, Gehrig, and behind the dish, Dickey. Dave Justice, left-handed batting, right fielder, 27 years old, 270 and 40, 261 and 42. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, deep center field. Combs is going back. He's going back. He leaps and makes the catch as he hits the wall. Combs looking into the stands like he knows someone up there. I got skills, baby. Had it all the way. Brings up the first baseman, left-handed batting, Sid Bream. Bream, 32 years old, 260 and 19, 251 and 20. Pitch. Fly ball center field. Here comes Combs. He's coming in, and he makes a running catch. 2 away. So we know Combs can go back for it, and he can come in and get it. 2 down. Third baseman, switch hitting Terry Pendleton up. Pendleton batting from the right side. 32 years old, 272 and 16, 272 and 19. Here's the pitch. Base hit center field. Pendleton with a 2-out single. First hit for the Braves. There goes the no-hitter. And the second baseman now, Mark Lemke. Lemke, 27 years old, 252 and 8, 251 and 9. He's a switch hitter batting from the right side. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. Throw from Dickey down to second base. They got him. Pendleton tried a head-first slide, and his lead arm was tagged out by Lynn Larry, and that's going to be all for the Braves. 3 up, 3 down with a single and a caught stealing, and after 2 full, Yankees 2, Braves nothing. So Pendleton is caught stealing. That brings us to the top of the third. 2, 3, and 4 spots up for New York. Here's Tony Lazzeri. Maddox rocks and throws. There's a high chopper to short. Blauser's got it over to first. 1 away. And that will bring up man of the hour, George Herman Babe Ruth, who homered in the first. Lazzeri was on first. He got on a fielder's choice, and then Ruth slammed one over the right field fence. And the Yankees have the 2-0 lead. Berryhill comes out, wants to talk to Maddox. Goes back. They're ready now. Here's the pitch to Ruth. There's a high fly ball to right field. Justice is at the gate, and he makes the catch as the ball does a Devon lock plop back to the track. And 2 men are down. Justice looks relieved out there in the outfield. Lou Gehrig. Gehrig grounded out in the first. Here's the pitch. Deep drive to right field. Justice going back. He's at the gate. He marvels. It is a souvenir. 12 o'clock high and goodbye. Lou Gehrig completing Murderer's Row tour of the Southland here at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. The launching pad has lit the rockets, and it is the 4th of July. Yankee Doodle Dandy. Ruth and Gehrig have homered today. They are responsible for all 3 Yankee runs, and the Yankees lead it 3-0 in the game of games. And they are doing it off of one of the, if not the best pitchers in the history of baseball. That brings up the left-handed batting, Earl Combs. Combs singled in the first. Here's the pitch to Combs. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher. Maddox moves over towards the first base side, gets the ball and flips it to Bream for the out. And that's all for the Yankees. But not before they come up with one run on one hit. A towering shot by the Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig. And at the end of 2.5, the 1931 Yankees 3, the 1993 Atlanta Braves nothing. Bottom of the third, Gomez takes the mound again. He'll face 7, 8, and 9 spots for Atlanta. Here's second baseman Mark Lemke, who was batting when Pendleton got caught stealing in the second. Pitch to the limmer, ground ball to second base. Lazzeri's over, he's got it over to first, one away. Nice play by Lazzeri. One out, Damon Berryhill, the catcher. Switch hitting catcher. Braves have 3 switch hitters in a row batting, Pendleton, Lemke, and Berryhill. 29 years old, 245 and 14, 245 and 16. And in the on-deck circle now for Atlanta, looks like they'll have a pinch hitter, Greg Olson, taking some swings. So it looks like that's going to be all for Greg Maddux. At any rate, here's the pitch to Berryhill. There's a fly ball out to right field. Ruth is under it, and 2 men are down. Here comes the right-handed batter, pinch hitting for Maddux, Greg Olson, 32 years old, 225 and 9, 231 and 12. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. High pop fly in the short left field. Larry going back, Chapman coming in. Larry bails out, Chapman drops the ball. Larry was going out for the ball. Chapman was coming in. Looked like Larry was going to get it. He bailed out. Chapman came in to catch it, and it went off his glove. And that's going to be an E7. Score it. Olson on first base. 2 down. And the top of the order for the Braves, Otis Nixon. That could be the break that Atlanta has been looking for. They have not been able to figure out Lefty Gomez so far this afternoon. Tough error on Chapman, but it hit him in the mitt, so that's the ruling. Here's the pitch to Nixon. Fly ball, shallow center. Combs coming in. Ruth coming over. He waves off Ruth, does get out of the way, and Combs makes the catch for the third out. For Atlanta, nothing doing. They do strand 1 at the end of 3 full. Yankees 3, Braves nothing. Top of the fourth, coming in to pitch for Atlanta, will be lefty Kent Merker, 25 years old. 3-1 on the year, 8 over 5. ERA of 2.86, normalized 2.93. 214 and 5, 210 and 6. So you can see he doesn't give up many homers, and if he has to face the row, they want to go at it with a lefty, I guess. Leadoff batter, however, will be right-handed batting Lynn Larry, who has grounded out. Here's the pitch for Merker. High ball 4, and the Yankees have the leadoff runner on. Bill Dickey steps up. Larry, pretty decent speed. Not much a threat to steal, though. Dickey doesn't strike out much, so we'll see. Maybe they'll have something going here. Dickey struck out his first time up. He's the only batter to strike out today. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Bounces up over the head of Berryhill all the way to the screen, and Lynn Larry will go to second base on the wild pitch by Kent Merker. Berryhill had no chance of that. It looked like it hit the plate and then maybe the mid of the mask and then bounced to the plate. At any rate, there's a runner on second and no outs. And Bill Dickey. The pitch. Fly ball. Center field. Nixon waiting on it. Makes the catch, 1 away. Joel Sewell, the third baseman, batting next. Sewell singled in the second. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. Pendleton keeps it in front of him. Checks on Larry at second, makes sure he's not moving. Throws over to Bream at first for the out. 2 men are down. That brings up the pitcher, Lefty Gomez. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Bring him up. Strikeout, and that's all for the Yankees in the fourth. They get a walk. No runs, no hits. 1 left, and after 3.5, Yankees 3, Braves nothing. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 2, 3, and 4 spots up for Atlanta. They only have 1 hit. That was by Terry Pendleton, and he was erased on a caught stealing. Gant flied out to center in the first. The pitch from Lefty Gomez. Low. Ball 4. Leadoff runner on. No outs. For the shortstop, Jeff Blauser. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 away. And the right fielder, Dave Justice. That is the first strikeout for Gomez. Justice flied out in the second. Pitch. Ground ball. Shortstop to second for 1. Over to first. Safe. Justice beats it out. Lynn had to go to the third base side. Gun to Legary over to Gehrig, but he could not complete the double play. However, Gant is erased. Justice is on first. 2 down. And the first baseman, Sid Bream. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. Throw to second. He's out. That might have been a busted hit and run the way Justice is looking back at the plate at Bream. At any rate, nothing doing for Atlanta. In the fourth, we go to the fifth, and the Yankees still lead 3-0. The Yankees will send up the 1, 2, and 3 spots. Chapman, Lazzeri, and Ruth facing the lefty Kent Merker. Left fielder Chapman 0 for 1 with a walk. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 away. Here's Tony Lazzeri. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to push him up. Tony, fly ball right field. Justice won't get it. He cuts it off, though. And Lazzeri has to come to a screeching halt as he rounds first base. Nice play by Justice, holding Lazzeri to a single. But why chance it with the Bambino stepping to the plate? He's homered and flied out. 2-run Ruthian shot in the first. Here's the pitch. Low. Ball 4. Lazzeri goes down to second base. Ruth at first. 1 out. And the batter will be Lou Gehrig. Gehrig homered his last time up. Merker looks into Berryhill. Here's the pitch. There's a scribbler past the mound. Blauser, shortstop's got it over to second to 1. Flips to first. Not in time. Lazzeri will go down to third. Ruth is erased at second base. And Gehrig takes first base on the fielder's choice. 2 down for the center fielder, Earl Combs, who's 1 for 2. Yankees trying to break it wide open. There's the pitch. Fly ball, deep center field. But Nixon will have room about 15 feet in front of the track, and he makes the catch. And that's all for the Yankees. No runs on a hit, no errors, 2 runners left on board. And at the end of 4.5, the 1931 Yankees 3 and the 1993 Braves nothing. Bottom of the 5th, Lefty Gomez takes the hill for the Yankees. He'll face the 5, 6, and 7 spots. Here's first baseman Sid Bream. The pitch popped him up. Then Larry calling for it. And he makes the catch, 1 away. Terry Pendleton steps up. He's 0 for 1. The Braves unable to solve the riddle, that which is Lefty Gomez so far. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball down the left field line, and Chapman makes the catch right on the foul line. 2 away. Here's Mark Lemke. And the pitch. Base hit to left field, a crisp line drive. And Lemke's aboard with 2 outs. That's only their second hit this afternoon, both singles. The batter will be the catcher, Damon Berryhill. Here's the pitch to Berryhill. Outside, ball 4. So now Atlanta has 2 runners on here in the bottom of the 5th. And coming in to pinch hit will be Francisco Cabrera. Cabrera, right-handed batter, 26 years old, 241 and 28, 247 and 34. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's all for the Braves. They get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We go to the 6th, 3-0 Yanks. In to pitch the 6th for the Braves will be righty Jay Howell, 3-3 on the year, 6/2, had an ERA of 2.32, normalized 2.37, batting against 229 and 8, 224 and 9. And he will face 6, 7, 8 spots. Here is the shortstop, Lynn Larry, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. Howell delivers to Larry. There's a ground ball to third base. Pendleton has it over to Bream, 1 away. Here's Bill Dickey. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Popped him up. Bream in foul territory. And 2 men are down. That brings up the third baseman, Joe Sewell. Sewell is 1 for 2 with a single. Left-handed batting Sewell facing the right-handed pitching Howell. Here's the pitch. Call! Strike 3. Buckled his knees. And that's all for the Yankees. Nothing doing. After 5.5, the Yankees lead it 3-0. Bottom of the 6th. Superb performance so far by lefty Gomez. He's only given up 2 hits, both singles. And Atlanta has only stranded 2 batters. Top of the order here's Otis Nixon. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Base hit center field, and Atlanta has the leadoff runner on for the left fielder, Ron Gant, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. Speed on the bases. Gant does strike out 17% of the time and does not bounce into many double plays, so I doubt if there will be a play on. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, medium deep, right field. Ruth near the line. Makes the catch 1 away. Here's Jeff Blauser, who's 0 for 2. Blauser strikes out about average, about 15% of the time. He also does not bounce into many double plays. Here's the pitch. Nixon does not go. Base hit to left field. Nixon on second base with 1 out. Blauser on first. And the batter will be David Justice. Justice again, 270 and 40. Normalized 261 and 42. He can tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. Larry does a splits, bobbles the ball, throws to second base to get to Lazzari to get the runner, Blauser, out at second. Justice is safe at first, and Nixon goes to third. And the Braves are still in business. Runners at first and third, 2 outs for the first baseman, Sid Bream. Bream is 0 for 2. 2 outs, 2 on. Lefty versus lefty. Pitch to Bream. There's a fly ball to right center field. Combs coasting over near Ruth. He makes the catch, flips the ball to Ruth. And the side is retired for Atlanta. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on. We go to the 7th. The Yankees still lead 3-0. Jay Howell takes the mound again for Atlanta. Leadoff batter will be the pitcher, lefty Gomez. He's 0 for 1. He struck out. He has also successfully sacrificed. Here's the pitch to Elgo. Swing and miss, strike 3. One away, second strikeout for Howell. And top of the order for the Yankees, here's Ben Chapman, the left fielder. Chapman 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, right field. Justice drifting under it, barely has to move, and 2 men are down. Here's the second baseman, Tony Lazzeri, 1 for 3 with a single. Lazzeri in the first got on a fielder's choice and then scored on Ruth's home run. The pitch, ground ball to third base. Pendleton stabs it, plenty of time to Breen, and that's all for the Yankees. Nothing brewing. We go to the bottom of the seventh. It is stretch time. Folks, this stadium, Atlanta, Fulton County, hosted the first NFL preseason game back in 1965 between the Steelers and Vikings. Hank Aaron hit his 715th home run, breaking Babe Ruth's all-time record in 1974. Aaron also in 1972 hit a home run in the All-Star game, right here, his home field. This was the last year of the 4-team playoff. In 1994, there were no playoffs due to a player strike. And in 1995, they introduced the division series. So there was an 8-team playoff. The Braves beat the Rockies 3-1 in their division series and were the first team to ever win a division series. Mark Lemke, the Braves' second baseman, had a total of 3,664 plate appearances. And guess what? He was never hit by a pitch. That's a major league record. Who was hit the most? Huey Jennings. Remember him from Game 3 we had against the 27 Yankees. He played for the Louisville Colonels. He had 5,600 plus at-bats and was hit 287 times. In 1896 alone, he was hit 51 times. Who's second on the all-time hit list? Or being hit list, I guess? Craig Biggio, future Hall of Famer. Over 12,000 at-bats, he was plunked 285 times. In 1997, he was hit 34 times. Wouldn't you love to hear these guys talk about their approach to hitting? One guy would say, I like to have an 85-inch bat and stand in the on-deck circle. The other two guys say, well, I like to put a foot in each batter's box. Anyway, the Braves will send up in the bottom of the 7th, 6, 7, and 8 spots, Pendleton, Lemke, and Berryhill. I bet Lemke is not going to get hit by a pitch. Where's Eric Plunk when you need him? Here's the pitch. Low ball 4. And the leadoff runner is on for the Braves. Here's Mark Lemke. Lemke is 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. High fly ball to medium deep center field. Combs is under it. He makes the catch. Pendleton bluffs like he's going from first, but he comes back. 1 away. Action now in both bullpens. Here's the catcher, Damon Berryhill. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down. And the pinch hitter will be left-handed batting first baseman Fred McGriff, the crime dog. 310 and 44. 301 and 46. He's 29 years old. Remember when McGriff was called out on that pitch in the NLCS back in 1997 that sent the Marlins to the World Series, which they won? 3 feet outside. If you ever get a chance, take a look at that. And that pretty much was the beginning of the end for You Know My Strike Zone, that and technology. McGriff hit the first home run ever in Sky Dome in 1989. He steps in now against Lefty Gomez. Here's the pitch to the crime dog. He takes a whack at it. Ground ball to second base. Lazzeri playing out on the grass, scoops it up and throws to Gehrig, who scoops it out for the third out. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left, and at the end of 8, the 1931 Yankees 3 and the 1993 Braves 0. In to pitch the 8th for Atlanta will be right-handed tosser Steve Bedrock Bedrosian. 35 years old, he was 5-2 and 6 over 3, an ERA of 1.65, normalized 1.69, batting against 194 and 13, 190 and 14. He will face the murderers of Murderers Row, Ruth, Gehrig, and Combs. Ruth is 1 for 2. He's homered and walked. Pitch to the Babe, low, ball 4. Ruth on first, no outs for Lou Gehrig. He's homered, grounded out, and got on a fielder's choice. Ruth, he might try and steal. Good speed, though, on the bases. Gehrig does not strike out. Pitch to the Iron Horse, drive to center field. Nixon going back, shifts left and right, and he makes the catch. That ball was hit right at Nixon, and he shifted his shoulders back and forth as if he were a football player trying to adjust his shoulder pads. One away, Earl Combs, 1 for 3 with a single. Ruth on first. Final game of the season. It is all on the line. The Yankees trying to get some more insurance runs. Pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Bedrock with his first strikeout. And 2 men are down for the shortstop Len Larry, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. Bedrock rocks and throws, and he fly ball out to right field, medium deep. Justice about 15 feet in front of the track makes the catch, and nothing doing for the Yankees in the 8th. They get a walk, strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Yankees still lead the Braves 3-0. Last of the 8th here in the game to end all games. Lefty Gomez still on the hill for the Yankees, facing the top of the order for Atlanta. Here's Otis Nixon. He's singled. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Trying to get something started. Here's the pitch from Gomez. Fly ball, center field. Combs going back. He's going back, and he makes the catch. 1 away. Brings up Ron Gant, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. 5 outs to go for the Yankees to take everything, take it all, and give nothing back. Ron Gant, right-handed batter, 274 and 35, 280 and 41. Pitch to Gant, ground ball to second base. Lazzeri sliding, dives, comes up, gunning, and he gets the hustling Gant at first base. 4 outs to go. 2 men are down. Jeff Blauser, the shortstop, 1 for 3. Singled. Pitch from Gomez. Ooh, outside. Just barely. Even Blauser slowly goes down to first, almost expecting to be called back. But he's on first. 2 men are down for David Justice. The Braves are still in it. Lefty versus lefty. Justice, 240, 270 and 40. 261 and 42. Here's the pitch to Justice. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that is all for the Braves in the 8th. Justice goes down, but he goes down swinging. No runs, no hits. They strand 1. We go to the 9th. The 31 Yankees 3 and the 93 Braves nothing. 7, 8, and 9 spots up here for the Yankees in the top of the 9th. Left-handed batting catcher Bill Dickey leads it off against Steve Bedrosian. Pitch to Dickey. Left field drive. Justice going back. 12 o'clock, high and goodbye. Bill Dickey has just given the 1931 Yankees a commanding 4-0 lead here in the top of the ninth in 1993 Atlanta, and it is not looking good for the Braves. Lefty Gomez in the dugout, trying to keep a straight face, even strain. That's tough for Lefty. Here's third baseman Joe Sewell. Yankees up 4-0 now. Sewell is 1 for 3 with a single. 3 home runs by Murderers Row today. Ruth, Gehrig, and Dickey. All of their runs scored on the long ball. Here's the pitch to Sewell. Popped him up near second base. Mark Lemke, the second baseman, makes the catch. 1 away. Here's Lefty Gomez. He struck out twice, but he's shutting down the Braves thus far. And the Yankees don't really care what he does here as long as he can get 3 outs in the ninth. Here's the pitch. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Bedrosian flips over to Bream at first, and 2 men are down. Top of the order, Ben Chapman. Chapman 0 for 3 with a walk. And the pitch. Call strike 3 as Chapman takes off towards first base. He does an about face, and that's going to be all for the Yankees in the ninth. 1 run on 1 hit, a home run by Bill Dickey. In fact, the Yankees have scored all their runs on home runs. No one left. We go to the bottom of the ninth. The 1931 Yankees 4 and the 1993 Atlanta Braves 0. Well, it is now or never for the 93 Braves. They send up the 5, 6, and 7 spots. Sid Bream, Terry Pendleton, and Lemke. Bream, he's 0 for 3 today. So far, unable to solve the riddle, which is Lefty Gomez. 3 outs to go. Here's the pitch to Bream. Fly ball, right field. Ruth's going back. It's over his head and bounces into the stands for a stand-up double for Sid Bream. Had that ball been hit back in the early 20s, that would have been a home run. Any ball bouncing beyond a certain line and then bouncing into the stands was considered a homer. But today, it is a ground rule double. Nobody down. Bream on second for Terry Pendleton. Pendleton 1 for 2. A single with a walk. The Yankees now will make a pitching change. Right-hander Gordon Rhodes comes in the ball game, 23 years old. He was 6 and 3 on the year, 4 over 5. 5 walks per 9 innings. ERA of 3.41, normalized 3.17. Batting against 229 and 7, 226 and 10. Pendleton batting from the left side, first time today. That Bream double was the first extra base hit by the Bravos today. Rhodes facing Pendleton. Bream on second. No outs, bottom of the ninth. And the Yankees lead it 4-0. The pitch. Inside, ball 4. Bream on second, Pendleton on first. Nobody down for Mark Lemke. Lemke 1 for 3 on the day. He singled. Gordon Rhodes, 23-year-old out of Winnemucca, Nevada. He only won 37% of his games. For his career, he's 43 and 74, called on to stifle one of the most prolific offenses in history. Lemke up, 2 men on, nobody down. Here's the pitch, low, very low, ball 4, and the bases are now loaded with nobody down for Damon Berryhill. And that quacking sound you hear is ducks on the pond. Braves trying to capitalize on a double and 2 walks here. First 3 batters in the bottom of the ninth. Berryhill got a walk. He's 0 for 2. The pitch inside, almost hit him, ball 4. And the Braves are on the board. 3 straight walks in a row by Rhodes, and it's a 4-1 ball game with no outs. Hold everything. Coming in to pinch hit for the pitcher spot, the Atlanta Braves will be prime time. Left-handed batting, Neon Deion Sanders, 25 years old, 276 and 13, 266 and 13. Ironically, he's the man that brought the tomahawk chop over to the Braves from the Florida State Seminoles. Yankees will counter with left-handed pitching Ed Wells. 31 years old, he is 9-5, 3 over 3, ERA of 4.34, normalized 4.04, and batting against 283 and 8, 282 and 2. Wells first, Sanders with the bases loaded. Nobody down, a 4-1 game here in the bottom of the 9th in the Deep South. I'm not sure, but I think the locusts have started chirping again. The pitch to Prime. Call! Strike 3! A curveball. Caught him looking. 1 away. Sanders goes down. And the top of the order for Atlanta, Otis Nixon. Bases loaded. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Well, if nothing else, at least there is some drama in the 9th. Nixon's 1 for 4 with a single today. Here's the pitch to Nixon. Fly ball, center field. Combs will have room. Pendleton will score. There's the catch. Pendleton comes in to score. Wide throw to third. And Sewell was able to come up with it. So the Braves have Lemke at second. Berryhill on first. Pendleton came in to score. A 4-2 ball game with 2 outs. And Ron Gant, who is 0 for 3 today with a walk, steps to the plate. The only important runner out there is Damon Berryhill. He's got pretty good speed for a catcher on the base paths. So if Gant can get one to the gap, we might be all tied here. Wells looks into Dickey. There's the 2 out, 2 on, pitch to Gant. Fly ball to right field. Ruth can't get it. Here comes Lemke. He will come in to score, and Berryhill goes to third. A single by Ron Gant. A 4-3 ball game. This place is going crazy. Jeff Blauser steps up. 1 for 3 on the day with a single. Pitching change now for the Yankees. They bring in Ivy Andrews, 24-year-old. He was 2-0 on the year, 3 over 2. ZRA 4.22, normalized 3.93. Batting against 267 and 8, 265 and 12. Facing the right-handed batter, Jeff Blauser, the right-handed pitching Andrews. They got 280 and 9 against the right-handed batters. Gant is being held on by Gehrig at first. He is the winning run. Here's the pitch. There's a deep drive to right field. Ruth is going back. He's at the wall, and it does a Devon lock plop onto the track. Ruth catches it, and that is the ball game. The 1931 New York Yankees are the champions of the universe. The Braves falling oh so closely shy of winning it all. Just a few feet more by Blauser, and that ball would have been out of here. In Yankee Stadium, it would have been way out of here. Oh my goodness. The New York Yankees Piling it on now near second base, in between the mound and second base. They are the all-time champions. The first Laws of Time champions have come in here into Atlanta. They have taken home the trophy. Atlanta coming oh so close to pulling it off in the bottom of the ninth. A double, 3 straight walks. Later on, another single after a sacrifice fly, and the Ducks were on the pond for Blauser, and he almost got it out of here. For the victorious 1931 all-time champions New York Yankees, they get 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and they only strand 3. Heck, their runs were all scored on homers. And for the Atlanta Braves, who will probably never be back here again, 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and they strand 8. Player of the game, we're going to go with starting pitcher for the Yankees, Lefty Gomez. Well, fans, we saw a lot here today. We saw Greg Maddux didn't quite have his stuff early. He was taken out early, one of the greatest pitchers of all time. He'll be back to this spot again, maybe not with this team, but with one of his teams. You can bet on that, as will Ruth and Gehrig. We saw Murderers Row just hit the long ball. That's what we've been waiting for the whole tournament. They finally broke it out today. But how about those Braves, though? Look at the pop they have in their lineup. They've got McGriff with the DH if he's playing, Justice, Bream, Ron Gant, pitching staff to dream of, Maddox, Smoltz, Glavine, Avery. It goes on and on and on. In the bullpen, Bedrosian, and we didn't see Greg McMichael today, but he's out there too. Just a great ball game, a 4-3 ball game. You couldn't ask for more. And that was almost too much drama. Well, there are no more games. We are done with the season. I sure hoped you enjoyed our broadcast, and hopefully we can do it again next year. The Laws of Time is signing out. This is Paul Goodwin. I certainly enjoyed being with you throughout these few weeks. And it still ain't over. That's right. Next year, we add 30 more teams to the fray, to the pot. Who will it be? Good night, everyone. And folks, checking the electronic series, the Yankees won the series 5-2, but only outscored the Braves by 1, 23-22. First two were in Atlanta. The Yankees won Game 1, 5-3. The Braves won Game 2, 6-2. Going back to New York, the Yankees swept them 4-2, 8-6, and 2-1. The Yankees then again won Game 6 in Atlanta, 2-0, and Game 7, Atlanta won 4-0. And as promised, we have our all-time team of sorts. Mostly a 25-man roster. We're going to give you some choices in case you think some players might have used some enhancing products. So, we start out with the relief pitchers. We'll take two of them, two closers. And the backup reliever, Rich Goose Gossage, number 2 overall. Number 1, Mariano Rivera. Now the top 8/9 starters. We'll give you 9 in case you don't like one. At number 9, Christy Mathewson. Number 8, Pete Grover Cleveland Alexander. Number 7, Bob Gibson. Number 6, Randy Johnson. Number 5, Lefty Grove. Number 4, The Big Train, Walter Johnson. Number 3, Roger Clemens. Number 2, Greg Maddux. And the number 1 pitcher of all time, Pedro Martinez. The backup catcher, Yogi Berra. The backup first baseman, Jeff Bagwell. Second base, Rogers Hornsby. Shortstop, Robin Yount. We are not allowing Alex Rodriguez because there's numerous number of proof on him. He would have been the backup, but we're going to go with Robin Yount. Third base, George Brett. 2 backup outfielders, Ted Williams and Hank Aaron. The starters, catcher Josh Gibson. First base, Albert Pujols. Second base, Nap Lajoie. Shortstop, Honus Wagner, and third base, Mike Schmidt. Outfield, left field is Ty Cobb or Barry Bonds. Bonds finishes higher, but we move Cobb from center to left in case you think Bonds should not be on the team. We can move a center fielder or a right fielder to left, and those are the only changes we can make to the outfield. Cobb in left, Mays in center, Willie Mays in center, and the right field of Babe Ruth. And that is all. Almost. We continuously update how we judge the players if there's a new way of looking at a statistic. So things may change. This is a living, breathing Hall of Fame we have, a living, breathing all-time team. And as more information comes in and as we reevaluate what we do right and wrong, then we'll change what's going on. If you make the Hall, that doesn't mean you stay in. If you're not in, you're probably never going to get in, but it just is a Hall of Fame as of right now, or a top team as of right now. Now, that is it.